Hey guys, and welcome back to Mango Tea. As you've seen in the title, you can probably guess what this video is going to be about today. It is something that I've been really struggling with how to do this over the last 2 weeks, so please bear with me. There's not going to be like a long introduction to this video. There's no drama poodle, there's no theatrics, I'm not dancing with my midriff out or anything today. We just are going to have a conversation, and I'm going to be as raw and open and honest with you guys as probably I've ever been on this channel. And that is all in regards to the ghosting drama and everything that went down regarding Channon Rose and I at Vidcon. I owe you guys my most sincere apology. I need to explain to you why this happened, why I did what I did, how I was also played in this situation, tell you guys what Shannon may not want you guys to know about with regard to this whole entire situation. She does not know I'm making this video. She does not know that I am apologizing and owning up to this all being a big publicity stunt, if you will, gone wrong. I have the screenshots, I have all the proof, the text messages, the voice memos, the voicemails. We're gonna be saving that a little bit later on in this video. I know you guys may or may not trust me after the situation that just went down, so I'm just going to present all the information that you guys have been wondering, asking, and exposing, or probably have already been exposed, but I'm going to be bringing that all to light to you guys today and owning up to things and being able to be accountable for something that got taken way out of hand, got way bigger and way more dramatic, as you guys can see, than this was ever supposed to ever have been. So we're going to be telling you guys all that today, and I'm telling you before you stop this video or anything like that, if you've been following this whole entire scandal, if you will, between Shannon and I really beg you and urge you to watch the whole entire video to really understand, and you guys can make up your own opinion whether you want to take my apology or not, or if there is, and I believe so, a whole different side of the story and a whole different narrative that you guys do not know. The drama channels and others who've reported on this do not know, because obviously they're not either Shannon or I, so they don't actually know the truth, since only Shannon and I actually know what really went down between us at Vidcon. So again, I hope that you guys are able to give me a chance to explain myself and being able to come clean to you guys, because there is a lot that you guys don't know. So let's just start right at the beginning and kind of tell you guys the whole entire story, the whole entire journey, and what really went down. Again, right here at the beginning of this video, I am going to say that I apologize for this whole entire situation. This was a scripted stunt, I guess, if you will, for Shannon and I to do a collaboration, and it went completely way out of hand, way beyond what this was supposed to be. And I apologize to you guys as my viewers for creating this situation with Shannon. And I did really want to tell you guys too that I have never lied besides this scandal on my channel here or on any of my other YouTube channels, or just in general. I really do pride myself on my work that I do over on Mangotology, which is my activism work where I expose the Church of Scientology, and I work with others to help them leave Scientology, to expose the abuses, the harms, and the criminal organization that is Scientology. Now, I know some of you guys here on this channel may not be interested in that, and you may be annoyed by me talking about that work, but it's something that I'm honestly very, very proud of, and I really do believe after leaving, it was my life purpose to be able to, shed a light on what really happens in Scientology, and to help other people to not fall for the scam, to get trapped, to have their bank accounts drained, or to sign up for billion-year contracts working for Scientology. There's so much that goes on, and I want to bring it to light. And the reason that I bring this up is that my credibility and my everything that I base myself on morals and value-wise is on being honest and telling the truth. In this scandal, I got caught up, as you guys are going to be able to see, into a situation where I was promised something, and I'm not saying that doesn't mean I'm not accountable for my actions, because I did play 50 part of this situation myself, but I do believe that people make mistakes, and I got caught up in this whirlwind of there's this YouTuber with 1 million subscribers who's going to be able to help me with my YouTube channel, and it got completely carried away, which you guys are going to be able to see. But I did want to tell you guys that, the reason I wanted to come clean was because I want to be accountable. I want to be open and honest with you guys, and you guys are the ones who are tuning into me and who trust me to be able to tell you guys the honest receipts and show you the proof, and I don't want to lose that credibility. And just because I made a really, really big mistake, I didn't want to just brush it under the rug, never talk about it again, and move on and make videos. Shannon's been able to do that. Shannon's been able to make dozens of videos since the situation has happened. She's aware of my mental health after this whole entire situation. My name got completely dragged through the mud, my reputation, everything that I stand for has been completely squashed and ruined, and I've been having a really tough time, I guess you can say. And I know that I've been off social media and I've been off YouTube a little bit since the situation, and I've honestly not been able to sit down and face making videos and carrying on, because this has honestly weighed on my soul more than you guys could ever even imagine. I do not want to lie to you guys. I do not want to continue to make videos and carry on with my day and know that this situation is unhandled or haven't been accounted for. Shannon's told me not to make any videos, never to address it. It's going to hurt her brand deals. It's going to hurt her name if we come forward and say that, you know, this was all just a lie and this was a situation for publicity, if you will. And I could understand her viewpoint on that, but for me, I've been having nonstop anxiety attacks. I've been having worry. I feel like I've let you guys down. I feel like I completely ruined everything that I've worked so hard for. And yes, I could just continue making videos on Jaclyn Hill or something like that, but I know that you guys who trust me and who watch me and who I have friendships with, you guys are owed the truth and an apology, and I am going to explain everything that happened so you guys know what really went down between Shannon and I at Vidcon. So right up front, I need to let you guys know how much from the bottom of my heart, how sorry I am for getting involved into this stunt situation. So a lot of you guys have been wondering, like, what is your relationship with Shannon? Have you guys been friends all along? Did you guys just meet? Did Shannon hire you for this situation to like stir up drama? Like, what is your relationship with Shannon? So this is, again, important to the story, so follow along with me, please. So basically, in the beginning of my YouTube career, I guess you can say, I started making videos about Scientology. I decided later on to make my Mangotology, or my Mangotea channel rather, because I wanted to have a bit of an escape from talking about, you know, Scientology and the post-traumatic stress and like all these really hard traumatic times in my life. I really wanted to start a channel where I could be able to let loose and to escape and to have fun and to report on the news and the drama, because I saw so many people doing it, but they were doing it from the vein of really being like mean and exposing. And I was like, we're talking about people who like do makeup tutorials here, guys. Like, can we like lighten up a little bit? And that's why in the beginning I feel like a lot of you guys really, you know, started tuning in and subscribing to me really quickly, because you saw my intention just to have fun with my channel. And I know that I lost that over time, and I started becoming more mean, maybe perhaps in the drama, or reporting on really scandalous or different other situations that affect other people's lives. I realize that now on my own reflection, so I want to get back to my roots for my drama channel. But the reason I started my channel was because of two people, and that was Trisha Paytas and Channon Rose. And right when I started watching them was kind of like when I was maybe leaving Scientology and maybe starting to kind of muster up the courage to like make my own channel and have my own voice. But I started seeing how like open and honest and real and raw that these two women were, and how powerful they were, and how they didn't care what people thought about them. And I'm like, wow, like I really wish that I could be like them and do what they do. And just seeing them just be unapologetically themselves, it was really awesome for someone who struggled with having a voice, and someone who always was told that, you know, they weren't important enough, that they weren't good enough, that they weren't talented enough, and all these different things. And I'm like, you know what, there's maybe someone else there on YouTube who are like me, who just like how I relate to Shannon and Trisha, maybe I could find like my people. And being ostracized now from like the drama community is so hurtful. Even though I have my own feelings on certain drama channels, it's been ostracizing for me and hurtful, because I've always used YouTube as an escape. I watch like 40 hours a week of YouTube, like a full-time job, just watching YouTube, because that's how much I have YouTube as like my therapy and my support system. And having all of you guys who write to me and everything like that, it's been honestly saving me from like really dark times. And I want to be there for you guys in the same way, but you know, honestly, just as if I did something horrible, like if I cheated on Jeff or something like that, or, you know, I did something to my family, like I would not be able to have that weigh on my soul, that I would want to be open and come clean to the people that I love. And same with you guys. I honestly do feel like you guys are like honestly all I have besides Jeff and my dogs. I don't have a good relationship with my parents. I don't have any friends, and I'm not saying that for sympathy, but just so you guys have a better understanding of me, since some of you guys may just be coming from Shannon's channel or may not really know about me. I've honestly had a lot of struggles, and that's going to play into a little bit more of what I'm going to be talking about. But I've had such a rough time and a really rough past couple years, and you know, I've been able to escape through channels like Trisha Paytas and Channon Rose. So when the opportunity to meet Shannon came up at BlushCon, which was like this beauty convention, it's not like BeautyCon, but it's like a smaller type of convention, came up, I was like, this is my chance to meet someone who I really cared about and loved. So I went to BlushCon with my former friend Allie, who I went to beauty school with, and we drove up to like the San Gabriel Valley. It was at this like Asian American convention, and they had this like section within this Asian American convention for BlushCon, and I waited in line for like 30 minutes or maybe even like an hour for Shannon. And my friend, as you've seen in my exposing Shannon videos, again, all scripted, Shannon's gave me those emails. Like, I just want to be completely clean and honest with you guys. This isn't also a video where I'm exposing Shannon in a sense if you think that it's going to be scandalous, but there is some things that Shannon hasn't been truthful and honest to you guys about, so we're going to get to that. So I waited in line to meet Shannon, and I spoke to her and I told her how much she meant to me, and also talking about my YouTube channels. At the time I was a full-time hairdresser, so I wanted her to know about my work, you know, working in salons, and I knew that she had this channel that she was starting called Rose Beauty, and I thought, well, this could be really cool because if we hit it off, maybe she'll let me do her hair for her channel. And she was willing to. Like, she said, like, I could come to her home, like, honestly, so gracious to say, up in Sacramento at the time where she used to live, and be able to do her hair. And we were going to do a video possibly, like, in my mind, that this is the idea I wanted to do, is like a day to night tutorial where like I could show you guys how to like blow out your hair, how to pin curl, how to be able to have it maybe go straight, to be curly, flat iron the ends if you want maybe some beachy texture, what kind of products to use, like sea salt spray or like texture spray, and kind of like showing guys how to mix up your hair through the day. And I thought Shannon would be really cool to be like my model for that. She agreed. She thought that was an awesome idea, and we decided that we were going to possibly collaborate. As you guys saw on Shannon's post from BlushCon, I can insert it here if you guys haven't seen, but Shannon showed how there's a photo of me in a collage, and she said collab coming soon. So here we are on Shannon's Instagram. You can see back at BlushCon, the very first photo in the collage is me and Shannon. And then when you go over on my picture, I posted one with Shannon saying it was a pleasure meeting you, Channon Rose, at BlushCon today. Love her so much. She said, "Ah, so happy we got to meet. You are the sweetest. Collab coming soon. XOXO." Now, since then, I did talk to Shannon about possibly going up to Sacramento where she lived, but of course she was pregnant at the time. She was very busy with snow and renovating her house and everything like that, so I didn't want to bother her. I said eventually the collaboration would happen, but I was just more excited that I started having a casual texting, DMing friendship with a YouTuber who I very much look up to and still do. And as time started going on, Shannon and I would talk about possibly getting together when she would be in LA. She had different like meetups and other things that were happening that sometimes like got in the way of us actually hanging out, but we always talked about it. My birthday would come up, she'd say happy birthday on my post, happy anniversary when Jeff and I would celebrate our wedding anniversary in August. We had a very casual relationship. Fast forwarding more to current day, it came to the point where I was having surgery a couple months back when I had a tumor on my spine, and it was a very big shock to me, and I was very scared. They had to break my bones. They had to go in and extract the tumor off my sacral spine. There's a lot of nerves, and they said that, you know, could affect my walking and, you know, just all sorts of different functions of my lower body, let's put it like that. And, you know, she was very much someone who was like, been there, had back surgery, done that, and was someone who helped calm my nerves and my fears during this time. So last year at VidCon, Shannon and I did get together. That was in between these situations, and we got together and went to different creator meetups, and there'd be, or panels rather, so they'd have like panels on like video editing. There'd be ones on search engine optimization, like all these different things for your channel. So Shannon and I went to like, I think 3 of the different seminars together with Travis, her husband, and we went to a Casey Neistat panel, which she filmed for her vlog channel. And for me at that moment, it was so cool because I felt like, wow, like I'm on a channel of someone that I watched. And it was the same thing I felt when I was with Trisha Paytas. Trisha vlogged when I did her hair a year and a half ago, maybe longer than that. I don't even know how long it's been now, but sitting on her kitchen floor, and I'm like, wow, like it actually really inspired me to be like, I want to make content, because it was just so cool to be around other creators who do this full time and have so much passion for it. And it was so exciting to be able to be on a channel of someone who's a lot bigger. Not that I feel like I'm not. I know that for a fact. I'm not a clout chaser. I don't care about attention, views, money, subscribers. That's all, you know, secondary gain. But for me, it's more that this is a way that I can express myself through doing YouTube. But by being with these other big YouTubers, it made me feel like I don't know any other YouTubers. So it's kind of cool for me to feel like, wow, like this could be a job. And so many people, like my parents, saying you're an embarrassment exposing Scientology, change your name, delete your channels. And a lot of haters probably want me to. But it's the sort of thing that so many people have been like, YouTube's not a real job, you can't do it. And these other creators are like, wow, like we believe that, you know, you can do it, let's hang out. And it just made me feel like I was part of a community when I never fit in. I never fit in school. I was always just like the socially awkward, weird, in the closet at the time, gay kid who wanted to be an actor, creative, artistic, and I was socially shy, selective mutism, do not like to talk, or not that I don't like to talk, but I have so much nerves and I'm so shy that it's hard for me to speak in social settings and stuff like that. So just so you guys know, like YouTube always made me feel accepted. And with Shannon, she was always so warm to me and gracious that I thought, wow, this is really cool, because we talked about getting together at Vidcon 2019, which we actually did, which you guys don't know about. So Vidcon 2019 starts rolling around. It was around Gay Pride in June, which is when Pride is celebrated in LA, and Shannon and I were texting about getting together at Pride. I don't want to say that I was ghosted kind of at this situation, but Shannon did say that she was going to try to get me a pass for Kiehl's because she was there with the brand, and I think she was walking in the parade or something. We talked about getting together for several days on the Sunday of Pride, which is the last day. Never got in touch with Shannon about like the pass. She never wrote back to me. We were like planning like the night before, like we're going to get together for the parade. I'll let you know like what time I wake up with snow or where we're going to meet, whatever, and that never happened. Again, I know she's busy. I know she's a mom. My feelings aren't hurt if she's watching this, but it was just a situation like, oh, but okay, maybe VidCon's coming up. So she wasn't sure at the time about VidCon. We did not, believe it or not, talk about collaborating. This wasn't a collaborative thing. It was just like, let's meet up and hang out at VidCon. And on the last day, which was Saturday, there's a Sunday, which is like a Disney day, but Saturday is the last day of VidCon for like the actual convention. She was doing a meetup, which you guys are going to see all the text at the end. I'm saving it if you guys want to like actually see the proof, but this isn't what this part of the video is. So she is having a meetup at Creator Studio D or something through PixArt, which is like a photo editing app, and she was going to be having her meetup there. Basically the meetup is there's like rows. It's not like a formal one for like regular creators, but like you can stand in, like this is the Steven Mango line, this is the Joey Graceffa line, the Shane Dawson line, the whoever line, and then you would wait in the line. She'd have an hour-and-a-half meetup. So at this hour-and-a-half meetup, and you guys are going to see the text, we agreed to get together at that point, like meet up during at like the end of her meetup, and then we're going to hang out the rest of VidCon together, maybe go to dinner. I was going to meet Snow and all of that sort of stuff. And we did. I showed up, I think around, maybe it was like 1:30, maybe 2-ish, around like at her meetup, and no one was at the meetup at this point. Maybe I think about 12 people showed up at the end. I think all the people who wanted to meet her were at the beginning of her meetup, but it was very slow, like in the meetup area. Like it wasn't like I had to like wait in line or anything like that. I just kind of came in and hung out with her, Travis, Snow, and her mom. And when people came up to her, like I kind of like stood back and let her do her thing and meet her fans. Between this, which I don't have the clip because I deleted all my VidCon footage because I knew I wasn't going to make a vlog. I was trying to do like a vlog, and I'm like, I'm not really a vlogger or whatever, but Shannon has the clips on her, you know, camera and stuff. She can vouch for this if she wanted to, but her mom filmed on my phone, or on my camera rather. I brought my camera that I'm filming on here, and Shannon had her camera, and Shannon did like a whole thing like, hey, I'm with my VidCon buddy, and just like chatting. We did like a little clip of me meeting Shannon, which never made the vlog for the purposes of what was going on with this scandal that we created. And we started hanging out. Shannon had like snow on her, so like she had to change her shoes because she was wearing high heels. Her mom put on her shoes, so she didn't really want to walk around and like hang out at VidCon too much. But as we were kind of talking about different things, I was telling her more about like my Scientology stuff and things that I went through and what I do with my Scientology channel. She's like, hey, like what would be really fun is if we do like an interview possibly where I interview you about Scientology and we can like share to my audience, because it's obviously just 1 million subscribers, about what you went through and kind of sharing more about like the dangers of Scientology and like kind of warning people, because Shannon told me, or Travis told me, and Shannon was there too, that Shannon like was looking into Scientology at one point, like very casually. She never joined, but it was something that, you know, she looked into, didn't really know what it was, and it would be cool for me to tell her audience about what Scientology is. Now for someone like me who's so passionate about exposing Scientology, I have my audience, but any chance I get to be able to share my story on a bigger platform or on television or in the news or whatever, like I want people to know what I went through so it could help other people steer clear and know that Scientology isn't what they say they are. And as it being my life work and mission, like I'm writing a book about, like I'm doing all these different things on a daily basis behind the scenes that you guys might not know about, like trying to talk to families who have loved ones who are still in, and how to help people escape. And you know, they leave and they make $50 a week in Scientology, like how can they get a house, or how can they be able to, you know, survive in the outside world. Like I give people advice every single day and talk to their family members, and just being a voice for people who can't speak out, because in Scientology, if I have, say, loved ones who are in, I can't speak to them ever again if I speak out about Scientology or if I leave Scientology. So I'm in the unique position where my family isn't in Scientology and I could speak out without fear of losing a loved one, for example. So I do it and I speak out for people who aren't able to. So when Shannon said that I'd have the opportunity to speak out on her channel, it was something that I was really excited for. So as we were talking, we said, hey, like let's do it in my vlog now, like a little bit of a teaser where we can talk for like 10-15 minutes about Scientology, and then we can plan like maybe next week for you to come to the house, her new house, and being able to like hang out and like shoot the interview. I thought, cool. So we filmed for about 15 minutes outside the VidCon convention area, and people were like kind of like watching and stuff. And it was just really cool. Again, another moment where I'm like, wow, like this is actually like I'm on the right path. Like I'm being with these other bigger YouTubers and making friends and starting to establish my life, A, outside of Scientology, B, I had to get rid of a lot of toxic friendships, people who were using me over the last year. Like I'm meeting new people who are successful, not trying to mooch off of me or trying to like take money from me or like any of like the past bad things that have happened in my life. I'm like, wow, this is someone who doesn't want to use me, because like not like I have like all these subscribers. It's like not like she wants me to pay for dinners or to drive her places. Like it could be like an honest, great friendship. And I was really excited to start harvesting that with Shannon and starting to, you know, tell my story as well in Scientology. We did that, but we had to go back to her car because, again, it's hot outside, snow, didn't have a hat, I don't think, on or anything, and it was hot, and she wanted to have lunch. She packed a vegan lunch because her and Travis are vegan. I'm telling you guys all the details so you guys know about everything. And there was like a Sbarro and like a little food court I was going to maybe eat at, but I said the line was long, I'll come to your car, we'll hang out, because they weren't going to stay too much longer. So they opened up like their trunk where like it was like shaded, and we were standing outside in her trunk area thing of like her car. I think it was her car rather, but I was eating vegan walnut cookies that she had, and standing out of the sun and just kind of like talking more about different things. And Travis said like, hey, like, are you still doing beauty drama? Now, I don't know how much Shannon knew at this point about my beauty drama channel here that you guys are watching on Mango Tea, but I don't like to bring it up a lot about my drama channel because I don't want people to think like my job is to like expose them. Any of my in-person friends that I know through YouTube, I don't expose them. This is for entertainment purposes for you guys when I report on news. My friends and other things are private in my life, so again, if I was friends with, I don't know who, but I pretend Jeffree Star. At that point, I'm not gonna go to Jeffree Star's home and see something private and reveal it. Like, that's not what I do. And I don't want people to get that idea that, you know, if they're friends with a drama channel, I'm going to expose them in the end, because that's not what my intentions are as a drama channel. So I try to keep my drama channel profile a little bit lower. But I told them about the Jaclyn Hill videos and stuff I was making and stuff like that. And Shannon came around to talk to us and was like, hey, like, we should do something to kind of like spill the tea and stuff like that, because basically she and it's not really like a secret, but like her views aren't where they used to be and stuff like that. And she's friends with like Tana Mongeau, and she's like, you know, she wants to be more in the vein of like Tana Mongeau and Trisha Paytas, and basically saying like those are the people that are getting views now. Like Tan and Jake, we know their wedding's fake, but what's happening? They're blowing up. And she's saying that, you know, if she was involved maybe in some type of drama or something we can do together, it could make us be talked about and a little bit more popular and start growing on YouTube. And maybe I could start shifting out of drama and doing more mainstream YouTube stuff. And if we work together, like, yes, we can do our Scientology interview, but maybe it's a chance to maybe start vlogging more, or doing story times, or hanging out together, having almost like a Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau friendship where we can kind of help each other out to kind of level up on YouTube. And at that point, when we were talking about this, it kind of was something that was exciting to me because I already do drama. I could help Shannon to start maybe getting involved in drama in a more fun way where we can kind of help each other grow on YouTube. And for me, I do these videos, as you guys know, in my bedroom. I don't have, obviously, a lot of YouTube friends or people to kind of like film with. It was an opportunity I thought that I should take at this time going through my head, not sure what it was going to look like. But I'm like, wow, like after I've had such a bad, like, few years, I've struggled as an actor trying to make it. I start my channels, but I've been kind of stagnant. My views have been okay, but not big. I'm not making huge money on YouTube, but I didn't go to college. I didn't have, like, I don't have like a backup plan. You know what I mean? Like, I have my hairdressing, but I have carpal tunnel and stuff. I can't really do that full time, but YouTube is my passion. And here I have a YouTuber with 1 million+ subscribers saying, hey, like, I can help you out, help you grow your channels, and we can use each other's names to blow up a little bit more and get talked about, just like Tana Mongeau. She's like Trisha Paytas. You know, Trisha goes crazy, has mental breakdowns and stuff, and she's able to have a huge audience. And as a mommy channel and stuff and whatever, maybe now she's a little bit more conservative and she's not in the place where she's getting the attention of the younger viewers. And same with me. I'm a drama channel, the Scientology stuff. I don't really appeal to like a very young audience that these like Jake Paul and Tana Mongeaus do. And I'm like, wow, this could actually be like a really cool opportunity because I can maybe try to blow up. And like, I'm used to more people using me for things in life, and not like I'm using Shannon, but in the sense that if we have like a little partnership where we can film together, like this could be great for me because maybe it could be an opportunity where I can really establish myself and get more involved in the YouTube world and community and make other videos besides drama, which was my plan, get out of drama at some point in time, make my regular videos and kind of be like more like an influencer myself. And maybe this could be a way to build my own YouTube social media business and career, and I can support my husband and my family more, and I could be able to do what I dream about, being more popular, so then I could be able to get invited to more influencer events and start getting involved in those circles in that world. And I'm starting to see like more lights flash in my eyes and think like this could be like a great thing. This is, again, not my idea, but this is something that I'm willing to maybe go along for the possibility to gamble and throw the dice on maybe involving myself into some drama with Shannon so I can become more popular on YouTube. And it sounds like so silly, like, oh, like, you know, that is clout chasey, or like you're doing things for views and attention. It's like, guys, like that's what YouTube is. Like, look at Manny MUA, who used Jeffree Star and other people to kind of level up his career and to become an actual influencer himself. And, you know, I'm not the type to be like, let's collaborate, or putting cameras in people's faces and stuff. So I'm like, hey, like this is someone else who has established herself for many years, someone I look up to, someone I trust, and I thought maybe this is my chance to become something. I'm used to, I failed as a hairdresser, failed as an actor, I'm an okay YouTuber, but I just want to feel proud of myself. You guys have heard me be like, I want a 100,000 subscriber plaque, and you know, it's something that is meaningful to someone like me who's never like participated in sports or got trophies or ever accomplished something that I was proud of. And YouTube is something that I want to do with my life. So I'm like, okay, what's your idea? Like, what can we do? So she was talking about having some sort of video that I could report on, that I'm spilling the tea about her, and then she can clap back at me, and then we can kind of have maybe like an in-person sit-down where we kind of hash out our beef, and then go into the Scientology video and maybe continue to make other videos for our channel. It was kind of like that was our idea. And I said, well, you have to give me some type of drama, because if I'm just saying Channon Rose did adult films or something I can Google, no one cares. Like, it has to be something makeup oriented or related. So she has this lipstick collaboration with IGXO Cosmetics. So I said, well, is there drama about that? And she was kind of telling me some different things. There's maybe some contractual things going on, or other influencers who were working with them who may have been upset. And there was like, she sold, say, this is a random number, say $100,000 of lipsticks, and she got paid $1,000 from it. So there was like a situation like that I believe that was possibly going on with the IGXO Cosmetics. I said, well, if you're willing to show me that, or maybe the contract or something, and maybe I can dig in and look into IGXO Cosmetics for you and use you as kind of like the person that I have some tea about with regards to that, because it has to be something beauty related for you guys to be interested. It's a beauty drama channel. And then she's like, well, I had this collaboration with PETA that failed, and we were supposed to do like a lipstick through IGXO Cosmetics. That's a collaboration with PETA. I actually like the emails and stuff. I'm like, well, let me see, like, is there any sort of like tea involved with that? And she's like, yes, because of my background in the adult industry, they decided no longer to work with me, whatever. And I said, okay, like, send me all of that, and then let's go on the phone, chat about it, and give me more of the information, because she was kind of spilling the tea, but I wasn't really following it all at the point, because she's kind of throwing out all these different things, and it's like I needed to know like point by point by point for a video, because I just wanted to make sure I had the story clear. Like, how would I have this information? Like, for me, like, yes, I could just show you guys the emails, but there's no story behind like how I got those emails, which is the danger, where it was painted to be a stalker, painted to be all these different things, a hacker. And that's why as well I wanted to talk about the situation, because all of those things got way out of hand. So again, we were planning to maybe collaborate a little bit later on the details of this sort of video. And then we were kind of talking about it again. I was saying, like, you know what, if I just release the video and you clap back at me, whatever, it's not going to be juicy. No one's going to really like care. Like, we have to come up with some sort of scandal to get the kids to talk, if you will. And we were trying to think about what that would be, or what that would look like, just so it's not just like I release a video about Shannon and it's not that juicy. Again, like I was saying about the emails and stuff, we have to come up with some sort of way that people think that I got those emails, and we're trying to come up with something. And I said, you know what, not even thinking this is like Trisha and Nico Cotto, but I thought, hey, like, what if I say that you blew me off today at VidCon? It's supposed to not be what it was turning into. And then people will talk about that. Then I'll do my video exposing you and what you guys kind of saw, but it was supposed to be like, hey, like, I'm disappointed and I was supposed to hang out with Channon Rose and she didn't meet up with me or something. So then she said, yeah, let's do that. I have to go, like, whatever. And she left, but she's like, this is gonna be so juicy. This is gonna be so awesome. We're gonna get all these views. We're gonna be laughing all the way to the bank. And that's what that situation was looking like. So I feel like, even though, yes, I did agree with it, I was planning it, but I was also sold a bill of goods, if you will, with this situation. Not saying that I'm 100% innocent. I did play a part in it, but at the time, if I was going to say she was ghosting me, this wasn't a situation that in my own fault I didn't think about, and I didn't have time to think about, because Shannon, again, wanted to do the situation where I'm ghosting her at VidCon, so VidCon's only another 2 hours left. So I said, you know what, let's go all out, let's do it, and let's be crazy. I texted her, like, is it okay if I call you a bitch? And all these different things, and she says, you can bring up my mental health, say I'm crazy, say I'm psycho. So again, guys, this is why I wanted to bring this up to you. I did not come for Channon Rose. This didn't actually happen. I did not come for someone's mental health. I didn't call her a bitch or anything that actually went down on social media. This was all fake, all scripted, all things that even Shannon advised me to do and say. And it later on was turned that she used all of that and pulled back and played the good guy while I looked like the bad guy in the situation. Because she was supposed to clap back at me just as hard as I was clapping back at her. So when I started becoming the first, I was the first person that I had to clap at her and come up with the situation. So I was running up and down the stairs at VidCon, up 4 flights of stairs, because I wanted to sound really panicked. And I'm like, fuck this. Like, Shannon blew me off at VidCon. I was supposed to hang out. I hired a videographer. Like, I came up with all this sort of story. I was supposed to be in the creator lounge. So I started getting really heated about the situation, because again, I'm trying to make it as believable as possible that I'm snapping off at her. So I did the story at first. I'm so excited to see my favorite YouTuber, Channon Rose, and then like 20-30 minutes later, I was texting her like, okay, I did that, now I'm going to say this and that. So then, as you guys are going to see in the text messages soon, I told her, make a story where you say how much fun you had at VidCon, so that I could respond and say, that's how I found out that you ghosted me. So that was all Shannon's idea as well, and she did that story, and then I clapped back and I got really angry and upset and started flipping a switch. All of a sudden, my story views went from maybe a couple hundred to like 80 to 100,000 story views. I have maybe 35,000 maybe followers on Instagram, not many, but even at that rate, I don't get 100,000 views on stories. So that started blowing up. I'm like, oh my God. Because now the drama channels are people talking, oh my God, there's a situation with Channon Rose and Steven Mango. And she started going a little bit like, oh, the fruit kid, like I don't really know who he is. But again, it was still very PG. on Shannon's end. She did try to start being a little bit shady to me, but she really started pulling back. So we started talking a little bit more, and we decided to start having the social media feud. So I started going and coming very hard at Shannon, calling her mental, psycho, all the screenshots you guys saw on the different drama channels and everything. Again, that's not me. I would never do this, guys. Again, as a professional, as someone who does YouTube, as someone who has common sense, if this really was a real situation, I've been ghosted by people in my life. I even defended Trisha Paytas in a situation when she was ghosted by Nico Cotto. I'm so casual and cool. It's like, fine, like, we'll do it another day. It's like not a big deal. And again, I'm a drama channel. I don't really do collabs because I don't have like a lifestyle or a story time channel or whatever. Like, I report on drama situations. Like, collaborations don't necessarily help me grow as a drama channel because her audience doesn't probably watch drama stuff because she's about positive love and energy and doing mommy stuff. They're not going to care about a beauty drama channel. So again, if that was a real situation. So I start calling Shannon vulgar stuff on social media and stuff as she wanted. And that's when things started to take a little bit of a turn. It was a Saturday night, and Jeff and I, or maybe it was Sunday at this point, and Jeff and I were going to a dinner, and I started going back and forth with Shannon on social media and stuff like that, or she wasn't saying anything. I started going very aggressively at her. Then Nick Snyder from the viewer's voice started commenting to Shannon and being like, hey, like, I'll collaborate with you and we'll get a lot of views. And again, this is like exactly my situation with the drama channels. Like, hey, like, you know, they're trying to say one thing about me, but they do the same thing. Like, he was trying to jump on the clout train and try to do a collaboration with Shannon because he thought like, oh, I'm anti-Mango Tea. Now maybe Shannon's anti-Mango Tea, so then I could jump in with Shannon and maybe we can use this as an opportunity to cancel Mango Tea by Ali. All these people right away started making videos about the situation, and they started contacting Shannon, DMing her, and you guys are going to see in the text messages. I'm leaving that to later if you guys want to see the text messages just as a verification, if you will, about all of this sort of situation, to see the real text. A lot of them that I even showed were real, a lot of them were fake, so we're going to debunk those a little bit later in the video. But like, of course all these drama channels are contacting her, and I'm worried because this is a fake situation. And now I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm going to get canceled over a situation that's not even real. I didn't do anything. So here I am, like, getting back into a swing of things. I didn't post for several months last year because I was in feuds with drama channels, and then I had my surgery and I couldn't film for several months because I was depressed. I wasn't walking. I was just like in bed, depressed and having horrible physical pains after having a tumor removed on my spine, and I was depressed, wasn't sure what my purpose was, and I started getting into a good spin with YouTube, thought like, wow, I have this opportunity with a big YouTuber to possibly blow up, and here I am getting canceled when I didn't anticipate this happening, because I thought, and what Shannon was telling me was that you are going to be redeemed at the end and make sure all my subscribers love you and they're all going to come and subscribe to you in the end. And even though the situation is going to be crazy, I'm going to make sure I look out for you and help you and get you to where you want to be. So I trusted her again, that when she's telling me to come for her on social media, that I'm going to be protected. And again, why Shannon doesn't want you guys to know about this, because of her brand deals and her reputation. So when Shannon, even though she did clap back at me and say, oh, he'd be lucky to collaborate with me, he has 2,000 subscribers, at that point, Shannon got so much hate that she started getting attacked. And then she started thinking, I need to play the victim and let Mango be the aggressor. And that's what started to happen. So she started painting me out being dangerous, a stalker, this weirdo guy, and started making it seem like I was just attacking her on social media. And she's like, oh my god, like, I can't believe he's doing this to me, and starting to not consult me on what she was going to say. And that's where the problem lied a couple days later down the road. So I start looking crazy, but she's telling me behind the scenes, showing me the Kris Jenner meme, you're doing amazing, sweetie, we're going to be making so much money, laughing all the way to the bank, the joke's on them, we're getting famous, we're like Tana Mojo. And I'm trying to hold on, but I'm so emotionally fragile too that anything could set me off, and thousands of tweets and comments and hate messages really do affect me, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It did spin me to get a lot of anxiety. I was having panic attacks every single day as this was going on, and I was really, like, I had to turn off all my comments, notifications, everything. Yes, Shannon really did get doxxed on one of my videos, but that's coming. So I did my first video exposing Shannon, and that's when Shannon started commenting on this, again, making it seem like, oh my God, this unstable guy, in the sense that he made this video exposing me. How dare he? What information does he have to reveal? I got doxxed because they posted her address. I'm like, oh my God, I shut off my comments, and I'm like realizing at this point it's getting too far, but I was already in so deep, and Shannon's telling me again, like, we have to keep going along with it or else the situation's going to blow up and it's going to hurt my career and my image and all this stuff. I was trying to protect who I'm thinking is my friend, and that she has a plan to help rectify this. So she's like, let's do the PETA video. Here's the emails and all the receipts. She sends me that. I make that video again, and I was attacked by the Rose army, if you will, of all her fans and everyone. And I started getting a lot of horrible, scary messages. And again, I went on a live stream, and my husband's phone number was leaked on a live stream. And besides her address, my husband's phone number, who's not involved, hasn't talked about the situation, isn't a full-time YouTuber, he has a real professional job, and here he is getting 100 Twitter messages or notifications. His phone's blowing up on the live stream. He's throwing his phone at me, worried about what's going on. I had a situation last year. I had to file a police report against some guy, Messy Mark. Again, the drama channels are hypocritical. They're friends with him after he lied to me, trying to get me to report a story about Manny MUA that I since took down about sleeping with Manny MUA. It was a crazy situation. He started sending me deliveries and things to my home, whatever. I believe possibly a cosmetics company owner might have tipped him off on where I lived, because she served me with legal papers at my house before, and it only makes sense that maybe she gave him the address. I don't have any proof of that, but he started sending deliveries and things to my home and called the police that I was running around naked in my front lawn, and I was worried that my safety was at risk, or my husband, or like they had his address. Again, I don't want them messing with my husband. Like, he doesn't deserve it. Come for me, text me, that's my problem. If I'm making videos and you guys want to attack me, like, don't bring my spouse in. The reason I bring that up is because last year, unfortunately, if you guys don't know, my dog was poisoned allegedly by the Church of Scientology. Again, because they know where I live, they stalk me, they say outside my house because I'm a vocal critic, and he was a 2-3-year-old dog, and they poisoned him with some type of poison. His liver shut down, and that's what we believe happened due to my address being publicly put out there by others on the internet. And people don't realize when they joke about my affiliation in Scientology. Again, Shannon even brought it up in a video, trying to use my Scientology as a excuse for why I do what I do, when it was a really traumatic event in my life. Just like I said, it's like an abusive spouse, a relationship. It was the same thing for me. And I think she was trying to tap on the Scientology stuff to make me appear crazy, to again make herself look good in this whole entire situation as it's unfolding. So we're talking again, but behind the scenes, you guys are going to see in the text messages, and we decided to shoot our collaboration video together. Now at this point is when the stalker stuff came up and a lot of the wild accusations, that this is why I decided to speak up, because I'm being painted in the light of being unstable and all this stuff. She even told me her management, Gush Cloud, wrote to her and was worried and if they have to step in. So again, if I want to be some influencer, Gush Cloud is an influencer management firm. Now they think, oh my God, Steven Mango is attacking this poor, hardworking mother. So Shannon goes, at the point I'm supposed to go to her house. Again, she's kind of calling the shots and telling me to come for her on social media and to be very aggressive coming for her. And she's pulled back at this point, and she's trying to be like, oh my God, he's showing up outside my house. And she claimed I hacked her email. So after the PETA stuff went down, she claimed that I hacked her email. That wasn't discussed as like, oh, like I'm going to paint you out to be a hacker. She's saying this is going to be good because no one's going to want to mess with you in the future. So that's what she said in the text messages that we'll go into. But I'm like, we never agree to like calling me a stalker. So again, I try to claim that she tried to hack my Twitter, like trying to like even it out, but then again, delete it. So I deleted it. And again, this is all part of her plan to paint me off to be psycho and like a bad guy. So I am now being told that I'm hacking her, and people are like, should we call the police? Like, what should we do? Tagging the FBI. Like, it got to the point where people thought that I was mentally deranged in the way that I was coming for her. So I decided to like be like, let's try to end it. And we were going to be in person to apologize to each other. She's like, I have a plan. Bring the $400. Because again, I was claiming that I paid for her hair and makeup with $400. So I brought $400 of my own money to her house, and I started to drive over there. And this is when another situation started coming into play. And I hope you guys kind of see the story. Like, I was trying to engage in this in the beginning, maybe for fun, or to try to do it in a way that was believable and act and try to call her names and stuff like that. She didn't clap back. She started pulling back and wanted me to keep going and going and going. So then I'm in the place where now my reputation, my name, being painted as this horrible, crazy guy, when here I am doing such serious work on the other side, besides my drama channel, exposing cults and doing human rights activism work. And now my name is being forever thrown into the mud because I thought that we were going to have a fun situation that ended up turning a little bit more dark. And I see that, yes, I knew that what I was saying was going to possibly blow up a little bit more with the Instagram stories and stuff. But again, I did it without thinking, really quickly, because I was kind of put in like a little bit of a pressure moment because it had to be a situation at VidCon. And she decided not to put out any of the vlogs with me and the footage and stuff like that. Like, this was all kind of planned out. So it got down to the point where I start driving to her home, and I stop at the gas station to get a smoothie or whatever, and she's like, call me, because I'm saying that the reason that later on that we decided to meet was because we're doing a mediation, which I don't know why anyone would believe that, because like, how would we do a mediation like 7 hours after she posts the video? But she's claiming that she's going to sue me. So she was making a video like, I'm suing Steven Mango or something like that, and again painting it off like she's filing a lawsuit against me, again being the hero, and I'm going to sue Steven Mango for what he said and what he did, and claiming that I ghosted him, and stalking and hacking my email. Again, the situation was painting her as like this wonderful saint who's being attacked by this crazy lunatic small drama channel with 40,000 subscribers. If I had 1 million subscribers or something and we were both on equal playing fields, great, maybe we can have a scandal and get over it easier. That's why Shannon's might have been able to carry on with her life now and make hundreds of dollars every single day now on videos, when I'm making $4 and I'm canceled and I'm ruined, and forever my name's mud because of the situation where she was painting herself as to be amazing. So if she's saying the situation's still true, we worked it out, whatever, it's like, yeah, but then people think that you really did file a lawsuit against me, or you were about to, you cease and desist me, or I was hacking your email. So the apology doesn't help my image at all. It actually makes me still look like I was a bad guy in this whole entire situation. So I started driving to her, she's like, call me, and I'm going to put it in the video where you just say like, hey Shannon, like I want to talk to you, and then she interrupts and say, oh, did you hear from my lawyer? And it's going to cut as a cliffhanger for us meeting in person. I was on the way to her house as she's filming that, and she was wearing like the flag shirt, which is coming into play. So I was getting gas. I'm like, oh Shannon, hey, like, can I talk to you about the last couple days? And she goes, did you hear from my attorney? And I'm like, oh yeah, like that's what I wanted to talk to you about. So I played along, and she was making that video. She was posting it, and I was waiting for her to edit the video. I was at Starbucks for like an hour and a half. Like I was supposed to say meet her at 3, and I'm like, oh, I'll wait for you to finish editing at Starbucks. So I didn't know how long it would take, but it was like an hour and a half later, just like drinking my tea, waiting to film this collaboration as my phone is being flooded with notifications of people canceling me, unsubscribing, I hate you, all of that. So then she's like, okay, I'm finally ready, sorry, come to my home, which I was only like a mile away, drove to her house, and that's when the photo was taken of me where it said, oh, he's outside my house right now. Here is the photo from Shannon's Instagram story where she tried to paint me out to be a stalker, where she said, he's outside my house right now, with a photo of me sitting in my car actually outside of her home. She posted that. Again, I'm not sure like how all this is going to be playing out, but I knew that people were concerned. You want us to call the police, like we have your address, thinking that I'm a dangerous person. This is supposed to be a fun little YouTube drama situation. Now people are threatening to call the police and really think that I'm horrible. All these drama videos are coming out. There's T-Spill and all these like big channels that she's like, yeah, this is awesome, whatever. Nick Snyder's writing to me, who has 200-something thousand subscribers. Dustin Daly's made videos, like different channels, and she's painting out like, this is awesome, we're getting famous, you're doing amazing, sweetie, don't worry, the joke's on them, we're the ones that are getting YouTube famous, and they're the ones who are the ones reporting on us. So she's trying to sell me the story for even 45 minutes inside her house about how we're going to handle this, like calming my nerves, even though I think she still knew at this point she was playing me, in the sense that she knew that she's going to be able to come out ahead, and it's like a good situation if we apologize for her, but really me, I'm still stuck in the situation where yes, she's being vindicated and everything's wonderful and happy, but I'm now still being looked at as this dangerous stalker criminal guy. So at the time I posted saying a fan saw the photo of me in West Hollywood and sent it to Shannon to paint it out like I was stalking her, to maybe hope that some people wouldn't believe Shannon, so then people really don't call the police on me and all this stuff. I was freaking out, didn't know how to handle it, and she goes, delete it, delete it. It's good because then people are going to wonder for the whole next day what's going on and worry about us. So then, or worry about me rather, meaning Shannon. So then the next day when we post our collaboration, people will think that you were, you know, they'll realize that you weren't dangerous and stalking me. They're going to realize you were just here for the collaboration. And I think a lot of people did give a lot of heat to Shannon for this. Like, she's allegedly had stalkers in the past and other people who have, you know, been crazy. So, and there was just a situation where apparently some YouTuber or someone died because of stalking. And now Shannon's using the situation. Again, I didn't agree on that. Shannon didn't, you know, she used the situation of a dangerous stalker to paint herself out good, making light of actual real stalker situations and the seriousness for clicks and views and attention and stuff like that. I thought it was like a little ghosting club, like, oh, Shannon didn't hang out with me at VidCon, we'd make up, or somehow we would clap back so much at each other that we both look in the wrong. At this point, people think like they need to report me to YouTube in order to shut down my channel type of thing, and they need to have some type of mass cancel Steven Mango. So I'm freaking out. I've been like barely able to sleep, breathe, eat. Like, it's affecting every aspect of my life. My friendships, people contact me. Are you really attacking this poor woman? You know, my husband is, you know, being dragged in and his phone number is being leaked. So the situation is getting to such a place where it's impacting my everyday life. And Shannon's not thinking, what about my brand deals? What about my reputation? What about my activism work? She's not realizing how much it is actually going to be affecting me. So we sit down and we film the 2-part video on her kitchen table, and we film on her camera, we film on mine. I brought my ring light, like everything again set up, and that all went pretty much according to plan, except that I'm like, maybe like you have to take some accountability, and when, like, about the screenshots, because people were looking at my real Venmo and saying there was no transaction about Venmo, and she's like, well, basically I'll hand you the $400. I'm like, good, right? So then she gives me the $400 in the scene, or like the scripted video, and was like, here, like, even though you sent the payment, maybe you sent it to the wrong person, I just want to give it to you. Again, looking like the martyr in the situation, not trying to act and play up the role that maybe she could be wrong in the situation as well, instead of just me. So instead of maybe being like, here, Mango, you did pay me the $400 for the glam. Like, do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? Like, if we're scripting this, like, why can't you look like the bad guy? If you want to be Tana Mojo or Trisha Paytas, act like them in this drama situation. Let's go back and forth. Let's fight. Let's be bad guys together. She wanted to go and play the card of being the victim in this. And that's what really was like, and it's still frustrating for me, because instead of being like, okay, I'll play along, I'll pretend that the screenshot is real about Venmo, I'll say, here's the $400 for the glam, so then she could get some hate on her as well. Instead, she tried to hand me the money in the scene, acting like, here's $400, even if you paid the wrong person, look like the hero, like, here, like, poor little guy, like, I'll give you the $400, even though it didn't really happen, and didn't find, like, didn't want to, like, account for any of the text message, anything, just wanted to be like, it got out of hand and we're apologizing to each other. She didn't want to take, if you guys saw the videos, did not want to take accountability for calling me a liar, a stalker, a hacker, breaking into her emails, that she sent me those emails, anything. So again, it's like, oh, sorry guys that you guys got upset about the situation, like, I forgave Mango, instead of saying like, hey, Mango and I maybe did this as a social experiment, which I also was kind of also presented to her, like, maybe we can say this is a social experiment, we can come together and try to paint this as a bigger message on trying to forgive other people, or like trying to think that, you know, from even the beginning she's telling me like my channel is all about, you know, spreading love and positivity and all these type of things. So I thought maybe she might want to say it's scripted, because that will help our reputation. So even when later on I said like, maybe we can come forward about this, she's like, this is going to affect all my brand deals, you can't say that we lied about this, it's going to affect my future. It's like, Shannon, what about me here? You know what I mean? Like, what happened to helping out me, getting your subscribers, growing our audience? So later on, which I'll play the voicemail, she's like, we should hang out, like, after I'm having a mental breakdown. I posted some very scary things online probably, and later on, you know, she's like, I really owe it to you, you guys are going to hear the voicemails, and she's like, you know, I owe it to you, and let's hang out, like, this went, you know, too far type of thing, and let's have like a nice day to take your mind off of it. Day comes around, or it started like maybe Monday, and she said, let's hang out like say Tuesday. And then she goes, oh, I'm busy with my sister decorating or something. Let's do it Wednesday. Wednesday comes around, and she's like, nothing happened. She didn't plan it or talk to me, and haven't heard from Shannon since. And that's not why I make this video or something, but it just came to the point over the last 2 weeks. Like, I feel like maybe she was checking on me to see if I was going to expose her, because she was trying to be like, you know, let make other videos. She even suggested I delete my channel, or maybe possibly make another video, that the situation was almost like everything happens for a reason. Maybe make another channel. It's like, Shannon, you don't have to make another channel. You're not suffering the repercussions like I am. You're able to still make $200, $300, $400, $500 a day. I'm making like $10 after this situation, because people are like, I'm blocking Mango and I want nothing to do with him after this situation. So that's why I decided to come forward, because every single day I'm having panic attacks. I had a 2-hour Reiki session right here in my bedroom. I hired a woman who I know to come to my house to try to heal my soul, like through Reiki healing, to try to give me some type of peace and work on my karma. I got an hour massage, like even a couple $100 I made on this situation, I've spent it on trying to recover from the aftermath for myself, because I'm not saying like the situation caused my mental health situation 100%, but it definitely set me back with the hate and the lying and the trolling. And there was a day or a night that we were trolling, and tea spilled, and she was going back and forth, and I got involved into like the trolling sort of stuff. And I kind of was going through moments where I was like happy about it and sad about it and angry and frustrated. And it's like, the last couple days I've been wanting to do this video, and I even filmed it once, and I decided not to use that footage. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to ruin my friendship. And it's like, it's not anything about my friendship with Shannon if she's watching this. Like, you know, it's more of the sense that's like, I have to protect myself and my reputation and my name, because if she wasn't willing to help me with that by trying to vindicate me in the end, or say something to her subscribers or anything about it, I have to look out for my own name, my image, whatever. I was just like in Scientology, I was told I didn't have a voice, I couldn't speak out, don't say anything, and they can drag me through the mud, and then I'm supposed to just take it. Same thing with Shannon, like, don't speak out, don't say anything, don't say we lied, you know, we made our money, we're laughing to the bank, we're more famous now people know who we are who didn't know before. Like, trying to paint out this image or try to like manipulate me to not do it. And when people do that, that makes me want to speak out more and expose it. Again, this wasn't trying to be mean or nasty towards Shannon, but I need you guys to see the screenshots and the text messages and everything, so you guys can see kind of how this all really went down and was played. But I wanted to give you guys the full story of what actually happened in full before showing you, because again, I wanted you guys to not make it seem like I'm just like trying to air out dirty laundry. It's more or less that I need you guys to know that the situation was blown completely out of proportion. I signed up for one thing, and it kind of turned out to be like another kind of situation. I did play my role and my part in this. I do take responsibility for it. I thought that this was an opportunity to maybe help me grow on YouTube, to have some other YouTube friendships. I got thrown into something a lot bigger than I thought, and then I feel like I was almost a pawn for Shannon, where she was able to then know that maybe I'm a small enough channel where she can kind of walk over me a little bit and then say, for example, Mango's a stalker, he's dangerous, he's this, he's that, and she's going to be believed because she has 1 million subscribers and I have 40,000. And I knew that later on, as I saw it happening. At the point, I couldn't do anything, guys. We were filming together. We were in the middle of this whole situation. I didn't know what was happening. She was, trust me, trust me, trust me. And it got so taken out of line where the last couple days I couldn't come on camera to apologize. But I really feel like I want to be accountable, be the bigger person, come on camera, because I love you guys, and I need you guys to know that maybe one day you'll give me a second chance. You may not trust me now, but I think that being open and telling you guys about the situation is maybe helping to build trust in the future after this situation. I know you guys might think I'm a liar and this whole thing was, you know, blown up and we defended you and stuff. And I do, again, 100% understand where you guys are coming from and what really went down. And it really hurts my heart so much that I had to tell the truth. I could have made videos. I could have carried on about my day, but I really couldn't deal with the pain of lying and everything that went down. So let's go into the screenshots and then we're going to wrap this up. But I really wanted to show you guys the actual real text and show you what was real, what's not, show you guys what happened between Shannon and I, so you actually have a real understanding of this situation. Hey guys, I am sorry to interrupt. It is Steve Mango a couple hours later after filming this video. As you guys can see, my headphones on. I've been editing. It is 11:44 p.m. on Saturday night here, July 27th. This video is going to probably be up pretty late early Sunday morning, possibly. I am going to cut the video off right here for part 1. Part 2 is going to be later on Sunday, sometime maybe in the evening time, where I really do want to get into all of the text messages. I want to really take you chronological order and show you guys the text messages, all the proof. I have voicemails, I have voice memos. I really want you guys to see these. Even after you saw this video, you think you know everything. When you actually see some of the text messages, I think you're really going to be shocked at what you are about to see. They're all timestamped, they're all dated, and these text messages, I think, are going to really show you even more than I've already been able to cover. Maybe I'll give you guys a little sneak preview here of the text messages, but I did want to do the full video going through every message. It's about 45 minutes worth of text messages that I'm going to be showing you guys, so you have a lot of tea, if you will, to look forward to. Again, I just want to end this off by saying don't send any hate to Shannon, don't send hate to me, don't send hate to Snow, to Travis, to my husband, anyone else involved in this situation. I wanted to do this video again to clear my name as an activist and someone who exposes Scientology and does very serious work. I don't want the reputation of being some crazy, dangerous stalker, weirdo person. And again, this is not anything personal towards Shannon. I still like Shannon if she's watching this. This isn't a video to try to expose her or hurt her in any way, and I hope she could watch this from an objective standpoint to say he had to do this to be able to help himself, his reputation, and it wasn't maliciously intended. I wasn't doing this because I want to expose Shannon in some way, but I have to, and as you guys can kind of see through this puzzle, it's kind of trapped. It got so far deep, and she was saying different things, and I was saying different things, and it got to a point where we took it so far where this is finally at the point where I can come forward and tell you guys, like, this came and went too far, and I want to shut this down, be open and honest with you guys to try to start off on a new foot and be honest and trustworthy now. And Shannon hasn't come clean about this, doesn't want to, so I thought the only way that I'll be able to move forward and feel better in my mental health was to make this video. So I hope you guys see the real intention and purpose behind this video. I love you guys. I will see you guys on part 2 of this video a little bit later on today. I hope that you took something new away from this. If you watched all the way through, please let me also know in the comment section down below. I hope that, if you guys want to give me a second chance, you click that subscribe button and resubscribe. To you guys who have been supporting me and follow me and love me and support me and or still subscribed, I love you guys. Make sure to turn your notifications so you get notified when I post the text message video. Leave a comment, give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Have a great night, a great weekend, and I will see you on part 2 later on today, so look forward to that. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good night. Bye, guys. I should be going to bed soon, too. So, anyways, it's been a long 2-3 weeks. Coming soon in part 2. I said, are you cool if I'm like, F you, Shannon? Haha, I want to be mad when I film it so people are like, what is going on? And then she said, yes, go for it. So here, she sends me the actual DMs between her and Nick Snyder. Because I think your next video should distract away from the collab and receipts and go straight to calling me out for PETA and the animal abuse fetish clips. So here again is the emails from PETA that Shannon did send me, just so you guys can see. And then they said, people think I'm some mentally unstable stalker, but if you clap back with some tea on me, then I think we'll level out, like I've been saying all along. She goes, yeah, but don't worry, everyone already knows I'm mentally unstable, so right away we're already leveled out.
That for some reason your channel that you built doesn't get views anymore for some reason. There's a reason for that, and maybe it's the universe is telling you maybe you should take your channel in a new direction, or